Welcome to the Charlotte Business Podcast, where ideas take flight and dreams exist. From uptown streets to South End beats, Charlotte's growing with a new elite. We talk to the makers, movers, and shakers, entrepreneurs, and the big risk takers. If you're starting out or building strong, this is where you belong. It's the Charlotte Business Podcast. Every story, every plan, where local dreams meet the Queen City's land. Awesome. So I'm so excited to be here at Bella Brand Studios. This is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you guys for coming and visiting the studio.
Yes, we're so happy to be here. Awesome. So let's get into a few icebreaker questions so we can get to know you.
Okay.
So what is one beauty trend you wish would never come back?
Mohawks.
Ooh.
I can't stand a mohawk.
Like that had me in the chokehold back in the day. Awesome. Okay, and what's the best compliment a client has ever given you?
The best compliment a client have ever given me is, I would say, just telling me how much or how better they feel about themselves after a service. Or they might say something like, oh, I needed this, just the full experience. Or, I feel so much better about myself now, stuff like that. It touches my heart, honestly.
Yes, awesome. No, I know I feel so much better when I get out of the chair.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So last icebreaker question. Let's see. What's something that you've accomplished that you're most proud of that has nothing to do with business?
My daughter, Skylar, that's a no-brainer. Yes. I am so proud to be her mother. Watching her grow is so amazing. She's so smart. She's so sweet. So just seeing those qualities in her develop, so proud. That's the best thing I could have ever done in my entire life, was to have her.
Right. How old is she?
She's 10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, is it nice?
Right.
Yeah, is it? But yeah, she's
cool.
10.
So I have two boys. They will be 6 and 10. So when you say, is it nice?
Yeah, you get it, right?
I get it.
Imagine your boy being a girl.
Right.
Ooh.
It's so funny because I'm like, ooh, do I want another one? And I'm like, do I need a me? I don't know.
Yeah, you need one more girl.
Right. Look, balance out the men in the house.
They'll humble you.
Okay. Awesome. So let's get into it. So tell us, what inspired you to become a hairstylist?
Okay, so honestly, I didn't know what I was doing with my life. Mm-hmm. And I went through this little phase where I was trying to figure out my purpose. And the process of trying to figure out my purpose included fasting. And so while I was fasting, I don't know, hair school just kept popping up. And I didn't know that I wanted to do hair exactly when I signed up for cosmetology school. I just knew I wanted to be in the beauty industry. So I went to hair school and fell in love with doing hair. Nice. So yeah, that's really what prompted me, was just trying to figure out my purpose, trying to figure out what my thing was. I've always loved anything beauty. I've always loved makeup. I took a lash class. I sold hair extensions way before I even became a cosmetologist. At one point I was thinking about opening a clothing boutique. So I've always loved everything, fashion and beauty. Just hair wasn't at the forefront of my brain. I wasn't thinking oh, I'm gonna do hair. Honestly, I just fell in love with it.
Awesome. I love how when you talk to entrepreneurs, it's almost like sometimes you don't even know what you're going to do. Yeah. And then you find your lane and things kind of align. So I love how it has aligned for you.
Yes, I always like to give credit to God, because it really is God, honestly. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Awesome. No, it definitely is. So what was the moment you realized you were building more than a hairstyling business? You were building a brand.
Okay, so while I was in hair school, I knew I wanted to build a brand. That was the goal from the beginning. I actually went independent directly out of hair school for that reason, because I was like, I don't want to get stuck behind a chair. I don't really want to go into a salon and get stuck in that cycle. I want to build a brand. I want to build a name. I want to, do a little bit more than just hair. So I always knew I wanted to build a brand. I always knew that was my goal. So.
Awesome. I love how you knew that out of the gate. You had a plan, and you went right into it. So it's not always easy building a brand. It's not easy building a business, but you've done it. And so many beauty professionals struggle with being seen as just a stylist. How did you transition into becoming a business owner and building your brand?
I would say mindset. Because at first I was kind of getting sucked into like just being a stylist, and I would promote my hair. I would promote my business, but I wouldn't show my face. I would just show my hands doing the work. And I really just had to sit one day, and I was like, just thinking about where I'm going, where I'm at, and I'm like, I said I wanted to build a brand, but who's the face of my brand? I don't have a face. I just have Bella Brand. There's no face. I'm like, I need to be the face. You know what I mean? I need to show up more, step outside of just doing hair, network more, So I feel like that's kind of how I got to that place.
I love it. And honestly, when you step out and kind of become the brand, you can branch out and do more things. As you see now, you have multiple businesses in this beauty space, and you're able to do that because you showed your face and built this brand, and it's easier to kind of navigate those journeys. So that's amazing. So you talked about mindset. What were some mindset shifts you had to make to stop thinking like a service provider and start thinking like a CEO?
One would be just like that survival mindset. I feel like I was stuck in that for a little bit. As a single mom, I had to make money, you know what I mean? And I think having that mindset, it puts you in a cycle of always feeling like you need to work. And then the problem with that is as you grow and you start building demand, there's always going to be hair to be done. People are going to always call you. They're going to always want to be in your chair. And it's easy to get stuck in that. Like, well, I don't want to let the money go, so I'm just going to do it. And I think I experienced a small moment of burnout. My younger brother had passed, and I kind of really dove into work to kind of get through that. And with doing that, I was just on go. And the quality of my work and that goal of building a brand kind of like was slowly fading. And I was just trying to work, just working. And I was honestly getting to a point of being burnt out. And getting to that point, my work was not as good. I was always tired. I wasn't able to like really focus on quality. And so I had to have a mindset shift. I had to go back to the beginning. What was your goal? What are you trying to do? Okay, what qualities do you need in order to build this brand as a person? Because that matters too. So, just looking within, shifting my mindset, thinking more about, mental health, self-care, all of those things, really taking care of me and taking a moment to really think about my overall goal and what I need to do in order to achieve that goal.
I love that. I love that you mentioned burnout. I love that it's like you said some keywords that just trigger some things in me. So burnout, survival mode, because being in survival mode is the fastest way to hit burnout as an entrepreneur.
Real. It's so real. And I feel like with us, I don't want to make it, a race thing, but like with Black women, we often are, made to feel like that type of hustle and that type of mindset is normal, and it's not.
It's not.
It's not. We deserve a soft life too.
We do.
Yes.
We really do. And I say this coming out of burnout myself.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Listen.
I know it's a fight.
It is a struggle. Like last year I burned out so bad that I just didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And it's challenging as a mom because you still have to provide, you still have to be there. So I love that you talked about mental health, you talked about just how to come back from that and focus on the overarching goal and who do I need to be
exactly
to get to that next step.
Exactly.
I love that.
Because you can't pour from an empty cup.
Cannot.
You can't. You have so many responsibilities. You have your babies that you have to pour into, your business or your work, whatever. You can't do that if you're not okay, So
absolutely.
Yeah, congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
No,
congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Because you are doing it and I'm so excited to see it. I love to see women in business. I love seeing moms in business and achieving their wildest dreams because it's possible. So I'm so excited to be here talking to you and just knowing that you were able to overcome grief, you were able to overcome burnout and continue to build your brand. So I love hearing that. So I know you talked about burnout. I know you talked about mental health. What were some mistakes that you made early in your business that taught you the biggest lessons?
I would say the lack of systems. That is something I kind of wish I would have known more about early on. It makes the process easier for everyone having a system. Even with business, having a booking site, that is a system that just makes everything flow for everybody. And not only that, but actually taking the time to be intentional about your booking site, your policies, even like with your services, your service description, with the prices, the deposits, all of that makes everything so much easier. And that's something I didn't have starting out. When I first started out, or straight out of hair school, I went into a salon suite. And it sounded good, right? But it was so hard. It was so hard because I was building clientele and I didn't have that extra security. And I still had now this extra overhead. So with that, I was kind of just doing any service. If I didn't know how to do it, and someone asked me, I would be on YouTube trying to figure out how to do it. I mean, hours before their appointment because I didn't have set hours either. So anytime someone wanted to come, they could come. I didn't have many boundaries, anything like that. I was just come. Just please come so I can pay my suite rent. So I wish I would have been a little more strategic about that. Like I also wish I would have niched down quicker because I do feel like that makes a huge difference in this industry. But yeah, just having that system or having more systems, I feel like that would have helped me kind of grow a little bit faster. Even though I'm grateful for my pace, I felt like that would have helped. So just having better systems. Or even knowing about, I didn't know anything about systems starting out, so.
No, absolutely. And those are the things in business that you kind of have to jump into and learn as you go. So systems is a big one. And that's in any business, you need systems. That is how you scale. That is how you kind of help yourself, right?
Yes.
And I know you talked about services, knowing what services you want to provide, but even having that booking system that helps you manage your time too. So those are great things that helped you get to this next level. So how has personal branding been to your success? How important has it been?
I would say it's been, pretty important overall. I'm still growing personally, and I feel like when I first started out, I was in my mid to late 20s. Now I'm in my early 30s. So the personal brand is evolving, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's been a growing process for me. But I will say, as I grow personally and as I develop more into the woman I'm meant to be, everything else is so much easier. I will say that. Does that answer your question? Okay.
No, everything else falls in line. And also with building your personal brand, sharing your story. So as you are, getting out there, in your marketing, you're sharing your story, you're sharing who you are. Like you said, you came from behind the camera and now you're showing your face. Like that's all a part of your personal brand.
Yeah, and the reason why I said as I get older, and I start to develop more, it becomes a little bit easier is because I feel like before it was just, I didn't want to share my story. And I realized though, you have to. I can control what I share, what's appropriate for my life, but you kind of have to, because I feel like there's a sense of responsibility, in every service, in every service providing a job, you know what I mean? You have a sense of responsibility because people, even if you don't want them to, they're going to look up to you. They're going to admire you, even if it's just for your talent. So, I think being relatable naturally is important.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Spot on. So you talk about creating elevated client experiences. What does that actually look like inside your business?
Inside of my business, it is the small things that make a difference to the service experience, to the service, overall. So one thing that I do to create an experience, and it's so small, is I have a laptop desk for my clients to use.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, for just looking at it for a random person, they're gonna be like, oh, it's nothing. But for someone who works from home, who prioritizes their work, or they have a business, or they're always busy, for them to have this it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, I love this. No one else has had this. Oh, this is, and you may think that it's like luxury to them, because it is. Because now I'm comfortable working while I'm getting, my hair done. I'm pouring into myself, but I'm also able to, handle my responsibilities. So that's one simple thing that, creates an elevated experience. A scalp massage. That's a physical way to create an experience. You can do a 3-minute scalp massage for your client, and that's gonna feel amazing. That's gonna make them feel like they're getting a luxurious service. So it's a few things that you can do, just thoughtful things that you can do within the service. It doesn't always have to look glamorous. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's just simple things that the client will appreciate while they're getting their service.
I love that. I love that you're thinking, like you said, the small things, because that's what matters. That makes a big impact. Like, if I had a desk or, something where I didn't feel like I had to choose between work and, pampering myself, that makes a world of a difference.
Yeah,
right?
It's actually, for some women, it's taking the stress off. You know what I mean? It's making they're able to actually enjoy the service, because now they don't have to feel like they're having to rush, their work, or they're uncomfortable working or anything like that. So just small things like that is what really creates an experience. It doesn't have to, be expensive or look glamorous or be aesthetically pleasing. Just being thoughtful.
That's the word. Yes. No, I love that.
Thank you.
So, why do you believe client experience is one of the most overlooked growth strategies in the beauty industry?
I think it's overlooked because in the beauty industry, it's transactional. You know what I mean? And so sometimes it's easy to look at it like, I'm just going to provide this service or provide this product, as I have it, and get paid for it, and that's it. But it's like, no, your clients want to feel a certain way. They want to, get more than just what they're paying for, or at least feel like
it. Exactly. Yes. And I like that because, you know, with keeping the client or client satisfaction in mind, that helps with retention. That helps with, 5-star reviews and just word of mouth. So it kind of, those little touches go a long way. Love that. Alrighty. So as you're building loyal clientele, so many stylists spend countless hours chasing clients on social media. You teach positioning over chasing. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that, and I'll use Instagram as an example, if you spend your time on curating your brand, and the quality of your content, spend time on that. The people that are meant for you will gravitate towards you. When, as a service provider, when you get in that space of chasing, then that is a red flag. And that's when you should know that you need to go back to the drawing board and you need to fix your marketing, your advertising. You need to understand who your target audience is and figure out what it is they want to see and what type of music do they want to hear. You know what I mean? What type of content do they gravitate towards? And I feel like that's so important because when you get in that mindset of chasing clients, you put yourself in that pool of trends, of nonsense. I'm just use that for lack of better words. So, you know, you should never have to chase your clients. They should know when they click on your page what you offer, how that's beneficial to them, and how they can get in touch with you. You know what I mean? To get what you have to offer.
Yes.
So yeah, I think positioning is so important. I feel like as a service provider, it's you have to be able to position yourself.
No, absolutely. And that's a wonderful point. And that goes across industries. But I love that you say that, you know, positioning versus chasing, because chasing also leads you to burnout.
Oh, for sure.
It's the quickest way. Like you're at that point, you're taking anything, doing anything for anybody. And when you position yourself, you attract the clients that you want.
Exactly.
You know?
And I think too, maybe that's why it's so important to me, because I know how it felt to chase, and I know how it feels to get to that point of like burnout. Even though I wasn't necessarily burnt out from chasing, you know, still I know those feelings. So I do understand, you know, when you really position yourself, you can avoid that completely.
Exactly. No, that's good. These are good things. I love it.
These are great questions.
Thank you. So it's interesting. So I used to have an accounting practice.
Okay.
So I worked with a lot of beauty professionals on the accounting
get
side.
Your card.
Okay. So, you know, as we're talking, you know, these are conversations that I would have with my clients just about how to get to the next level. So I love that we're hitting all the points, right? So what role does consistency play in loyal clientele?
Oh, it plays a major role. It plays an important role. I feel like consistency, it's a quality that you have to have in order to grow in any area as a business owner. Even if you're not a business owner, in order to grow in life, I feel like that's one of the key qualities to have. Like I truly feel that way. That is something that I am very intentional about, being consistent. And anyone who knows me will tell you that she's consistent. I am consistent. So I feel like it's so important. It's such an important quality to have. And I think with your clients, they choose you. And so when they choose you, they trust you. And when you're inconsistent, that it messes up the trust. You know what I mean? And so you definitely it plays an important role.
Absolutely.
You have to be consistent. It's so important.
No, that was great. That was great. So what advice would you give someone who feels like they're posting every day, but they're not seeing results?
I would tell them to look at their content as a consumer. I would tell them to ask themselves, who are you posting for?
Ooh, that's good.
I mean, who exactly are you? Are you posting for a woman? Are you posting for a man? How old is that woman? What does she do for work? What service do you provide that's going to benefit her? You have to ask yourself these questions when you're posting content. And I think now we just live in a time where content is just random. You know, and sometimes it randomly pops and it works for people, but realistically, that's just not the real world, you know. And I feel like just posting trendy content or just posting, you know, messy work or whatever is not going to help. You know, you have to look at your work and you have to say, if I saw this, would I want to book with me? You know, if I'm my ideal client, what do I want to see in order to feel like this girl got what I want and I want to pay her price? And I think when that clicks for people and they actually have that idea when they're doing their content and when they're setting up their Instagram or whatever social media platform they're using, then they will see results quicker. Because your social media platforms, that is your portfolio. You're not walking around with a folder with your work in it anymore. People are, you know, finding people through word of mouth, but they're gonna, even if I tell you, hey, I got this girl, she can do your hair, you're still gonna wanna go to her Instagram and see it. And even though I told you she can do your hair, if her work on her Instagram does not look appealing to you, you're not gonna book with her. And you're gonna care about the result more than the price a lot of times.
Absolutely.
So, and that's a whole different topic. That's a whole different subject, pricing. But yeah, I would say, you know, you want to learn the words target market, target audience, learn those words, figure that out, go to your Instagram and see how is that aligning.
No, that's great. Those are great tips, especially when you said your ideal client, because that's the key word.
You cannot, I'm going to say this too. You cannot have, everyone is not going to be your ideal client. You have to have an ideal client. You can service everyone, but when it comes down to marketing, when it comes down to catching the eye, you need to know who you are trying to reach.
Exactly.
Right? And you have to have an ideal client. You need to know who they are. You need to know their sex, maybe different type of jobs they may have, income range. You need to know their age range, and you need to know, are they natural? Are they relaxed? Do they, you know, what type of lifestyle do they have? Like, these are things you really have to know. And if you want to attract, if you are your ideal client, think about yourself.
Exactly.
That's it. And think about, what would I want? You know, what would I be attracted to? So.
No, that's good. Okay. These are good things. Look, those are all the things I had to learn in my business too. It's so funny. I always tell the story of first getting on social media, and it was around the time of 2020 when everybody was doing the little dancing trends.
Yeah, like COVID.
I was like, this is so not me, but I'm in the videos dancing and I'm not attracting anybody. And I'm like, what accountant? Like, would I take an accountant serious dancing in the videos? Like, no. So I had to fine tune my content and realize, who is my target market? Who do I want to work with? And what do they want to see?
Exactly. And you know, if you have your personal page, you can dance all you want to. I tell people all the time, don't merge your personal page with your business page. I don't think that's a good idea. No. But yeah, if you want to dance, you can do it on your personal page or your private, your stories, whatever. But on that business page, unless you're trying to attract dancing accountants, don't do that.
Yes, awesome. Alrighty, so what inspired you to open Bella Studios Salon and Suites?
Okay, so my story inspired me to start Bella Studio Salon and Suites. I wanted to have a salon, but I didn't want it to have a traditional salon. And the reason being was my whole, I idea of what I wanted to do coming straight out of hair school. I didn't want to go into a traditional salon and work, but I really needed to. I needed to do like booth rental or be in a space that was a little more flexible than a salon suite. And I think a lot of times now people rush into salon suites and they really can't afford them. So with creating this space, I was mindful of that. I'm like, if I would have had a studio that had booths available for daily rental, that would have been so beneficial for me. That would have made my process, my journey so much easier. So that's why I started that concept, because I wanted to be a space where everyone, anyone, someone on any journey can benefit. You know, if you're a traveling stylist, if you just, you know, started out and you might only need to work twice a week, you know, I did want to have suites as well. That was one of my goals when I was in hair school, was to own salon suites. So that was just kind of like, you know, a moment that I feel like I needed to do that. But mainly I wanted to start the daily booth rental and the weekly booth rental, just because I feel like that there's a gap there in our industry. I think everyone feel like you have to go into a salon suite in order to be your own boss, and that's just not, you know, that's just not true. So yeah.
And I think that's awesome. I think it's important too, because to your point of everyone kind of wants to, you know, be their own boss, but there's a gap there where you can also get some additional mentorship. So you can be your own boss, but in this space, they can also go to somebody that's right there, that's done it, that's been in their shoes, and they can get the mentorship that they need. Because running your own business or being your own boss is challenging, and it's when you're in it that you realize, like, oh shoot, right? Even if you were, you know, to offer, you know, guidance a little bit more than just styling. It's, hey, so, you know, you have this stage, you can do classes, you can teach the financial side of it, because a lot of people don't understand that part. Going full time and then don't know how to file your taxes at the end of the year, or, you know, so it's being able, they can get a leg up, you know, they can have a launching pad, and then also kind of get that additional mentorship. So I love that.
And that's also why I started Bella Brand Pro, was to kind of provide that like mentorship and, you know, reach back and help girls, because or help service providers, because I know how it feels to not have a mentor. Everything that I'm up here talking about, I had to go out and get that information. I didn't have anyone telling me, you know, the ins and outs. That's been doing hair 20 plus years. This is all information I had to go out and seek for myself. So, you know, I really started Bella Brand Pro so that I could, you know, help others who don't have that also, who are similar, who have similar journeys to mine.
Love that. Love that you're giving back. No, it's awesome, and it's so needed. It really is. So let's talk about, what were some realities of salon ownership that no one warned you about?
Oh, the starting cost.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. I had to tell myself so many times, if it was easy and cheap, everybody would do it.
Right.
I had to pep talk myself, because it's so expensive. And it's like the little small things that add up, honestly. And I would say, just with that process of building, I really had to advocate for myself, for my business. I really had to, like, instead of being, you know, super nice and super sweet, I had to kind of, you know, put my foot down with a couple people, and just being able to plan, budget, you know, be like strategic, those type of things. I would say otherwise, everything else has been pretty great. You know, I'm so grateful for this entire experience. You know, the service providers that I've, you know, spoke with, amazing. I've been able to network with different, you know, business owners. You know, it's really been a great experience overall. I would just say, starting out, just, you know, budgeting, planning, finding a good team for build outs and stuff like that, little things like that.
Absolutely. No, those are very important. That starting space, like you said, it's expensive. The planning, the patience, because sometimes it takes patience.
Oh, yes.
Putting your foot down.
Yes.
Listen, this whole entrepreneurship will require that of you at
absolutely.
times.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm grateful for it though, overall.
So exciting. It's so awesome. So you are having a soft launch coming up.
Yes.
How's that?
It's great. I just met with my event coordinator today. She's amazing. It's great. It's becoming real. I feel like I was so focused on getting everything together and just building it that it didn't really hit me like, wow, this is real.
This is happening.
I own a salon and suites. What? So all of that is coming along. By the time this post, my grand opening would have already happened. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see my family, my friends, my business friends, everyone come out and just see this space that I worked so hard on. This is my second baby right here. So amazing.
Awesome. No, I love it. And it always feels good when you can check the box, next to your goals.
Yes.
So that is awesome. Coming from, one of the things you wanted to do when you were in hair school to now doing it.
I literally thought about that one night and cried. I went into prayer immediately and just cried because it's like it didn't hit me like this is something that was a part of my plan. This was a part of my 5-year plan. I'm on year 6.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This is so amazing.
It is. I love it. I'm so excited for you. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So I know you said you have the daily, weekly rentals.
Yes.
How else is your salon suite model different from traditional salon ownership?
But I would say the culture. So my culture is very, it's not family, but it's warm. And I feel like this is a space for everyone at any, journey of their life. If you are starting out, if you are seasoned, if you are, still growing, I feel like Bella Studios is a place of just abundance. For everyone. You know what I mean? We have the stage that we're on now. This can be a content, space for stylists. It can also be a place where stylists can do classes. You have stylists who are starting out. It's a space where they can grow into it. And I would say it just gives a space of community, but also if you want to be, independent, if you also have the freedom to do that as well, Yes. There's no commitment, except for my suite renters. Right. There's no true commitment, but, it's still community. So I feel like that's the difference. You're not working for me. You're working for yourself. You're just in a space created by me, with that same loving energy that I created Bella Brand by K with. You know what I mean? So I think that's what sets me apart from other salons.
Awesome.
And we don't take walk-ins.
Okay,
so
don't take walk-ins.
Not your traditional salon.
Awesome. Okay, so for someone considering opening a salon or suite concept, what should they know before taking that leap?
It's very expensive. But you can do it. I feel like if you really feel like it's something that you want to accomplish, it can be accomplished. But it's expensive. And if you think it's not,
listen,
save some more money.
Exactly.
Save some, whatever you budget, whatever you set aside that you think is going to cost.
Set a little bit more.
Set a little bit more to the side.
Because it's so quick for, you'll get an estimate and then it just keeps increasing.
Yeah.
Keeps increasing.
Oh, also another thing, always inspect your building. If you have to hire someone to inspect the building, do that especially for like, you know, if you're a woman, a single woman, these are things that you have to be mindful of, because once you sign your contract, that's it. So always inspect the building, check the HVAC, get a warranty. Yes. But yeah, just make sure you do your due diligence when it comes to your building, and you know, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself.
Absolutely. Love it. So you mentioned moving from hustle mode to structured business systems. What did that transition look like for you?
I feel like it's something I'm still kind of working on, honestly, but I feel like it kind of looked like just being more aware of where I am. So like if I'm doing something and it's something that I would normally do out of survival, being aware of that and kind of telling myself it's okay to take a step back. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to move like that right now. Like for instance, if I feel like my numbers for the week might be slow, I don't know, and I have people asking me for appointments. You know, for me, if my week is slow, I have a wait list. That's one of my systems that work for me. So if someone has to cancel or reschedule, and I have, you know, open spots in my schedule, I'll go to the wait list and pull people. But now as a, you know, I have another business, I have multiple businesses, you know, different streams of income, different things I'm trying to do also. That extra time doesn't have to be spent on doing hair. Now it's like, okay, someone had to reschedule this week. Before, out of panic, I'd be like, oh, let me go to my wait list. But now it's like, no, you have other things that you need to do. Take that time. It's okay. You know, this is not your only stream of income. This is not all that you know, are banking on. We're not broke. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Take that extra time to plan out your content for the studio for the week, or, you know, other thing, marketing, you know, stuff like that. I think that's, you know, just to fully explain, that's what that would look like for me. Kind of transition is just being more mindful of the little habits that I might have had, or the mindset I might have had when in survival, and kind of just, you know, reframing my mindset in that moment.
And that's great. I love that you said awareness, because being aware of those things too help you not fall into those same pitfalls. So that's really good. I love that.
And another one, if I can add one more, is just delegating responsibilities. So like, I just hired a assistant, a virtual assistant, and that's something that I feel like I was so afraid to do, just because these are my businesses are my babies. Outside of Scholar, like, I built these by myself. It was very hard, very long, but you know, in order to grow, I realized I can't do it by myself. It takes a team, it takes a community, and not just a shampoo girl. You know, it takes actual admin. You know, so that's another way I kind of shifted, because before in survival, it's like, no, I'm gonna do it all by myself. I got to do it all by myself. But you know, now I'm in the space of realizing I don't need to do it by myself, but I can't do it by myself.
You can't do it by yourself.
So,
and I'm so happy you realized that.
Thank you.
Because that also leads to burnout, trying to do it all yourself. Especially now, having multiple businesses, multiple stream of incomes. You can't do it by yourself.
Yes.
You can only go so far by yourself. So I love that.
Exactly. I love that. You can only go so far by yourself.
Yes. And that leads me to my next question. So I love that you said that. What tasks should entrepreneurs stop doing themselves as they grow?
You should stop taking your own appointments. Even if you're not a service provider, as an entrepreneur, I'm sure, you know, you have some type of duty where you have to take meetings or appointments or something. You shouldn't be planning that or scheduling that directly by yourself, because that's something that's so simple that you could easily let someone else handle for you that would still save you time. I don't know. I think finances.
Yes. So
okay, you shouldn't be hit my girl up. You shouldn't be handling your finances yourself.
Yes,
and you can starting out, and you definitely should be diligent in who you trust that responsibility with. But once you get to a certain level and you're trying to grow, you need to have, someone that specialized in that help you. So
Absolutely.
that you can keep your money, and avoid trouble.
Yes.
Financial trouble.
Yes. And also be looking at your money. I also tell entrepreneurs often, look at your money consistently. There's so many people who see income coming in and that's it. But it's like you don't know how much is going out.
Yes.
You don't know where it's going out. You don't even know if you're profiting.
And that is actually very dangerous. And it's very common.
It's so common.
Yes. And I feel like especially like for hairstylists, it's so easy for us to waste money because we don't make it fast because we got to work for it, but we make fast money. It's easy. You just spending. Just spending.
So yeah, that's a good one. I love that. So I'm always preaching the finance side, but I love hearing from other entrepreneurs that same sentiment of like, no, we gotta look at the money and we gotta outsource to other people. So that's a good one. And I say marketing too.
Yes.
That's a big one.
Yes. I was gonna add in not even just with finances, but like if you know that something is not your strong suit, even if you're okay at it, you do not specialize in it, you didn't go to school for it, and most people that are handling that title went to school for it, hire someone to do your marketing, hire someone to do, handle your finances, hire someone to take your appointments, like hire these people so that you can have time to focus on what you need to focus on.
Exactly. Focus on driving the growth of your business.
Yes.
So I love that. Awesome. Alrighty. So just a few more questions here. Okay. So you've expanded beyond services into mentorship and education through Bella Brand Pro. Yes. Why was that important to you?
It was important to me because I didn't have that. That was something that I didn't have, and if I'm being honest, I didn't even know I should be seeking that. I think when I started out, it just wasn't as popular to be a hairstylist. Right. A lot of people that were in the industry, they had been in the industry for years. It wasn't like a lot of people was just deciding to just randomly do hair. So I didn't have that mentorship. And I feel like a lot of people are pushing mentorship now, but it's not authentic.
It's not authentic.
I have invested into mentorship programs. It wasn't direct, but it was a program, multiple. And one thing that I saw in common with them were the mentors telling the mentees to find someone on social media that you like, that was doing similar, things that you were doing. Find them, you like their lifestyle, you like, and do exactly what they're doing on your social media. That is a thing.
Right.
People are telling people to
that is crazy.
Steal other people's identity. Because that's what that is, right?
Right. And then it doesn't come off authentic.
That is what, and it makes sense because if you see people in certain niches, everything is the same. All of the content is the same. They're promoting the same way. They're marketing the same way. It's because there are people that are going to look. They are actively on social media looking for other creators who provide the service they want to provide, or provide the product they want to provide, or doing whatever they want to do that they like, that they're intrigued by, and steal it. They do everything just alike. You ever see like content and you see it and it's modeled a certain way, and then you'll see it 4 more times from 4. That's because they're being told to go out and copy people's content.
That is crazy.
And so for me with mentoring, I just want to help people grow their brand authentically. The blueprint is the same. However, the outcome and how it would look will be different to you specifically. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's important because people are not authentic anymore.
No.
People are not
especially authentic in the social media space.
Yeah. It's getting weird out here. I'm just scary.
Listen, I could say the same thing because a couple years ago, it was real big with the gurus. None had finance backgrounds, teaching people to buy G-Wagons, to write it off, hire your kids.
No business, but we got business credit, business bank accounts. No business. Never had a business.
Never had a business.
Never had a business.
And I would just be going crazy. But these people's programs are booked out, and because they had the lifestyle, they were driving the fancy cars.
I was told that too, to push my lifestyle. I'm just now getting to the things that I show, the things that I do and experience. That's been me since I was, I don't know, 20. It's just been me. You know what I mean? But I've never been the type of person that like push a lifestyle. Like I'm not gonna show you everything that's going on in my life. But I was told like, hey, if you push your lifestyle, like people are gonna want to buy whatever you have.
It's crazy.
No,
right?
Because they're not buying what I have.
Exactly.
They're buying an image.
Exactly.
A fantasy.
And that does not last forever.
No.
As we see now, like you start to see.
You can see.
You can see. So I love it. I love that you're authentically you. It radiates. It shines.
Thank you.
I love that. Awesome. Alrighty, so we're gonna wrap it up. I do have one more question for you. If our listeners remember only one thing from today's conversation, what would you want it to be?
I would want it to be avoid burnout at all costs.
Yes. Look, I second that.
The keyword today is burnout.
Burnout.
But I would honestly want it to be, it's just a message. Everyone is born with a gift. Everyone is born with a talent. Everyone has purpose. If you don't know what it is, that doesn't mean that you don't withhold it. It just means that you don't know what it is yet. Always be authentic to yourself. Always stay on your own race. Always focus on your own lane, and you will always win. And always put God first. And don't forget, what did they say? The turtle won a race? The turtle won. Don't forget that part.
I love it. We were just talking about that in the car today.
Oh, I love that.
So that was fun. I'm like, who's she in our head?
Look at that. Look at that. It's true.
So I love that. This has been such an amazing conversation.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Tell everyone out there where we can find you.
You can find me at Bella Brand by Kay. Also, Bella Brand Studios .Greensboro. Also, Bella Brand Pro. Also, Bella Brand Extensions. Those are my Instagrams. My TikTok is Bella Brand by K _
Awesome. And then where can we find Bella Brand Studios?
Bella Brand Studios is located in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kay. I wish you so much success.
Oh.
And guys, book your appointments, schedule.
Come see me.
Come see her.
Come work with me.
Yes, come work with her. Come learn from her, okay? She is a wealth of knowledge,
Thank
okay?
you.
She has learned so much, and she is providing valuable tools, valuable insights to beauty professionals. So
thank you. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for coming. It really meant so much. Also, I love what you're doing. I feel like it's so great, and I love to see you doing it. Your personality is just so amazing, honestly. And I want to see more of you guys.
Thank you.
I hope to see. I know I'm going to see more of you guys.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, you can find us on YouTube at the CLT Biz Pod. Also, you can listen to us on Buzzsprout and Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And then you can also check out our website. We are launching our website, thecharlottebusinesspodcast.com. And do you have a YouTube?
I do, actually. I am launching my YouTube. It's Bella Brand by Kay. By the time this video comes out, it will be up. So follow me, like me, subscribe me. That's what y'all say, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. So thank you so much, guys. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.